Secure your location. Hey everybody, this is Michael with Asymmetrical Preparedness. Usually we talk about this kind of stuff on Patreon. Links in the description below. $1 a month. You can pay more if you want. Well worth it. Hundreds of videos there. But I'm going to talk a little bit about it right now. We talk about food storage all the time as preppers. We talk about all these things. We talk about gaining skills. We talk about being self-reliant, growing food, raising animals. We talk about hunting, fishing, trapping, snaring, bushcraft stuff. We talk about all this kind of stuff as preppers, preparedness. Stockpiling food is a big one, water. But how do you protect what you have? You need to secure your location, whether it be your primary residence, your bug out location, your homestead, your apartment, whatever it may be, or all of them. If you have a bug out location, hopefully you have it set up in a defensible area, in a defensible situation, so that you can easily defend it. Maybe you have structures there already, maybe you own the land, maybe you don't. Maybe you just have a spot on top of a mountain somewhere or deep in the forest that you have identified. Hopefully you identified it properly. Hopefully you identified it and picked that location due to abundance of wildlife, something to think about, water sources, and defensibility are three of the big ones. There's other things to think about also. Population density, stuff like that. Ease of access and or egress, meaning is it easy to get into, is it easy to get out of? You may need to get out of there quickly. Are there multiple routes in and out? That could be a plus as far as getting out, but if you have multiple easy to access points of entry, of egress, also of exit, then those exit points, those escape routes, are also routes for people to come in. So think about that. Think about how you have stuff set up. Is it defensible? Do you have the high ground? Is it low ground? What is the terrain like? How far can you see? How far out can you identify a threat? If it's really close in like this, all this dense bushes and trees and stuff like that, like right here where I'm at, not very good in some situations because bad guys can be right on top of you basically before you even know it. So you need to have avenues identified and or listening posts, observation posts. Some people like calling them fixed fighting positions. Depends on how you have them set up, what they are. Along these entrances and exits, as well as other areas. So you can see and get a feel for who's coming, what threats are out there, so that you can properly defend yourself, to protect yourself. I'm not going to really go into too much depth in this video because that's the stuff we do on Patreon. But like I said, it is very important to be able to defend what you have. Secure your location. If you're in an apartment, that's a tough one. There's a lot of people that live in an apartment building, and I doubt you know half of them. What's their mindset? What are they going to be doing? What about the people that aren't prepared? Are you going to be able to secure the whole building? Are you on an upper floor, lower floor? There's a lot of different things to think about. Sometimes, most of the time, we just have to make do with what we have. We just have to do the best in our given circumstances. But really analyze your security, your potential for securing where you are. Identify weaknesses, identify points of entry, and try to mitigate those entrances as much as you possibly can so that threats cannot gain access via those entries. This is mainly a video of food for thought. Look around your house, look around your property, look around your apartment, whatever situation you may be, your street, your block, your neighborhood, whatever, wherever you are, and start thinking security mindset. Where can we do what? Where can we set up a roadblock? How much area can we secure? Is it a gated community that has a little more built-in security, kind of? Or is it an apartment building? Or is it a homestead in the middle of the woods? We all have different security aspects to look at and to analyze. There's a lot of stuff I can talk about, but it's all unique to your situation. People have approached me and said, hey, you know, can you build me a security plan? Sure, yeah, I can. And then they send me, you know, some information. Well, to do a proper security plan, I need more than just information. I need satellite imagery. I really need to be boots on the ground so I can tell, okay, yeah, I can see on the map this is a road, but it's just a picture. Can I zoom out? You know, and I get it. They don't want to tell me their exact location due to OPSEC. Sure, I get it. But that road that goes in front of along their property, where does it go? Is there a town right there? Is there a major city right there? I don't know what threats are in the area. It's a big, complex problem. And to do a proper security assessment of a property, I need a lot, you guys need, whoever's doing it needs a lot of information. You need to really know the area. You really need to know the threats. You need to know really a lot of stuff. So start thinking about this, analyzing it for your own selves. Because hiring somebody to do something like that is very expensive. If they're doing it right, they're coming on site. If they're not coming on site, then they're just kind of doing a halfway job. They're not really doing it right. It would take a lot of time and in-depth research also to do one properly. But you can do one just thinking about threats, thinking outside the box. Try to think of different ways to limit access or to make your area less attractive to threats. There's a lot to it. I get it. But now is the time when you really need to be analyzing, you really need to be looking, you really need to be going over what your weaknesses are, what your strengths are. Okay, say I have a weakness in this one point of entry. What can I do to mitigate that? Can I bar the door? Can I block the door? Can I put in a new metal door, the metal frame? Can I, do I have other defensive tool options that I can have somebody sitting there, eyes on that entry point, or that entry meaning doorway or path through the woods or country road or trail, whatever it may be? Can I mitigate that threat with having eyes on? One thing a lot of people think of is they think of fences and stuff as a security measure, which they are, but fences and things like it, structures, walls, whatever you want to call it, whatever they may be, are only, they're what's called a delay feature. It's not a denial feature. If somebody wants to, they're going to get over that wall, they're going to get through that moat, they're going to climb the castle wall, they're going to get over that fence, they're going to defeat the barbed wire. It doesn't matter. It's a delay feature. Unless you have eyes on, say there's a fence line and it's a good security fence, and then you got a observation post right here that's manned, has a person in it with a defensive tool watching that location. The delay feature slows them down, allowing this person to call you and these people back here and tell them, hey, there's a threat over here. So then this person can get back up from these people, come around and get back up, see what it is. There are some things that are denial features, but most security systems, security setups are just delay features. It's the human response, it's the human ability to protect and defend that ends up being the denial feature. So think about that. Look at your properties, look at where you're at, think about ways that you can improve your security. Now is the time to do it. It's very, very important. Things may be going south, getting bad. I don't know. We went through a bunch last year with all that rioting and looting and burning of cities. Yeah, if it comes again, you got to have a way to protect yourself. So if you guys enjoy the channel, please subscribe, hit the like button, thumbs up, that kind of thing. Comment below. share the videos, and if you want to go more in depth on this kind of topic, we do a lot of that kind of stuff as well as a bunch of other stuff on Patreon. So check it out. Links in the description. I love you guys. Have a wonderful day, and blessings to you and yours.